Now let's look at decision making in Python. So let me give this a heading. This is decision making in Python. So in decision making, we basically check the conditions, and we use if statement, we use elif, we use else, and then there is ternary. So what is happening here is we check whether a condition is true or not. So let's take an example. Let's check with by taking an input of age, whether a person is a minor or is he an adult or is he a senior citizen. So let's first assign a variable, that is age, using the assignment operator equal to. Let me first typecast it. I'm typecasting it into integer. I'm taking the input and I'm asking the user to enter his age. Now we'll first talk about if statement. So I want to check whether the age is greater than 18 or not. If the age is greater than equal to 18, then the person is an adult. So I'll print the message as you are an adult. So let's execute this. I'm putting in 30. It says you're an adult. I put in 3. Nothing happens. So this is if statement. So the syntax is if you mention the condition, you put a colon, indentation starts, it takes up automatically, and output or result when the condition is true. So this is the syntax. So let me just comment this. I'll comment this by pressing control and forward slash. So this is how I comment it. Now let's talk about else statement. So else statement is not used alone. It is always used along with if. So what happens is that in the syntax, if I mention the else statement again followed by a colon, then I have to mention the output or the result when the condition is false. So this is the syntax. So let's continue with the above example. So I'll put in the else statement here. I'll print you are a minor. So let's execute this code. I put in 30. It says you're an adult. I put in 3. It says you're a minor. Now, if I have multiple conditions, then I'll use elif. So basically, the syntax would be if this is condition 1, this happens, right? If this is not met, then condition 2, and the output or result when the condition 1 is not true and condition 2 is true. So what's going to happen here? Let's use the above example again. So if age is greater than equal to 18 and if age is less than 65, then he is an adult. I'll put in another condition. So elif age is greater than 65, then what should it print? You are a senior citizen. So what is happening here? This is condition 1. If this is true, so let's use this. So I'm putting 45. 45 is being met in the criteria number 1, that is the condition 1. So it will print you are an adult. If that is not true, so then it will move on to the next condition. That is the next statement. So let's suppose write 66. So the first condition is not being met. This is not being met. So we move on to the second condition, and the output is you are a senior citizen, right? Else statement will tell if none of the above two conditions are being met, that is both the condition 1 and condition 2, though both of them are false, then the else statement will get executed. So let me put in 6 here, and it says you are a minor. So this is about if, elif, and else statement. Now, what happens in the case of ternary? So let us say say age is already defined here. So this is to make the code run faster. It skips a lot of steps, and it is a one line of code. So I'll just put the condition, right? So messages you are an adult if age is greater than equal to 18, else you are a minor. I'll take the input of age here as well in in this block of code. So let me just run this. So if I type 3, so let me just restart the kernel. Okay, so what has happened there is we have not printed anything. So let's print it. Yeah. So I say 19, it says you're an adult. I write 3, it says you're a minor, right? So this is practically the shortest possible form of code in case we want to use if and else, right? So this is known as ternary. So this is all about decision making in Python.